had a couple messages. I was just not in the mood to talk to anybody. Got home, and Ted called me and texted me, and so I finally called him back. And so about, I don't know, 12:30, 12:45 last night, I heard the news.
Okay, so as soon as you hear the news, what's that? Well! Hey, good to see you, Tay. Good to see you, man. Congrats.
What's up, fellas? Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
No problem. How was the flight over there? Did you fly over last night and Aaron wasn't returning any of your text messages? What's that all about? You think about saying, get me the hell out of here anytime that?
Yeah, he was having second thoughts. He's been known to have both when it comes to pulling the trigger with me. But hopefully we can put that behind us now. And we're back, man.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Davante Adams, Aaron Rodgers. Oh, look at how those two guys are reunited again. The love is just there between those two guys. This is Sports Guy Talking that you guys are watching and listening to. I am Dustin Tran, your host, as I am here today to talk about Davante Adams reuniting with Aaron Rodgers on the Jets. The hype on the Jets is starting up again as the Davante Adams trade is expected to elevate the Jets into playoff contenders. Remember, the Jets have not made the NFL playoffs since the 2010 NFL season. Before I say anything else, though, I want to present you guys with the topic question. So, here it is. Will Davante Adams help the Jets become major contenders in the AFC? The answer to this question is obvious. Hell no. Davante Adams does not make the Jets become major contenders in the AFC. No disrespect to Davante Adams, but he is not a game-changing player at this point in stage of his career. Is he a good wide receiver? Absolutely. Can he put up stats on the statistics sheet? Absolutely. But if you want to talk about impacting wins and losses, Davante Adams is no longer that player. Davante Adams in his prime was an excellent player, but you look at how Davante Adams is now in his 30s, and now he is effectively joining the Jets on a short week. Obviously, the Jets play on Sunday Night Football against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I actually believe the Jets will beat the Steelers on Sunday Night Football. I believe Davante Adams will actually have a really good game playing with Aaron Rodgers, and I believe the hype train is going to go higher than ever for the franchise of the Jets. A lot of people are going to hype up the Jets and call them Super Bowl contenders after beating the Steelers on Sunday Night Football, but I believe that will end up being short-lived as the Jets will end up being who the Jets have always been. There's a reason why the Jets have been known as massive failures during the Woody Johnson era. Like I said on yesterday's show, the New York Jets are one of the most dysfunctional organizations in all of football. There's only two organizations in all of football who are worse than the Jets, which are the Browns and Panthers. I say that for those two teams because the Browns gave a potential serial sexual predator $230 million fully guaranteed. That's bad business all around, and Deshaun Watson is effectively washed, while the Carolina Panthers like to fire coaches every single year while finding new ways to get blown out during football games. But outside those two organizations, the New York Jets are effectively the worst run organization in all of football. You look at how Woody Johnson only knows how to make splash moves all the time. That's why he thought getting somebody like Davante Adams would be an excellent idea. I don't like the idea that Woody Johnson has effectively handed the ownership of the Jets to Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is basically the owner, general manager, head coach, offensive coordinator, and quarterback. Aaron Rodgers has effectively turned into the LeBron James of the NFL. I used to be an Aaron Rodgers fan growing up, but this version of Aaron Rodgers is absolutely despicable to root for. I don't understand how people could even root for Aaron Rodgers under the current circumstances. The guy is an egomaniac. He believes that he should be running all of the football operations, and trading for Davante Adams was effectively not a good trade for the Jets in the long run. That is basically a guy wanting his friend to join the team. That's why they took on the remainder of the salary. Obviously, that is bad business for the Jets, and I don't think this is good for Garrett Wilson either. Now he's going to have to share targets with Davante Adams, Alan Lazard, and Breece Hall. So where does Garrett Wilson fit into all of this? Obviously, the New York Jets have turned into the Green Bay Packers because they just keep acquiring Packers players all over the place. Obviously, this is Aaron Rodgers' team to run. He got Robert Saleh fired. Now he's the guy that got Davante Adams on the New York Jets. I also don't believe that the Jets are going to become major contenders because the Jets have always been a cloud organization, just like how how Davante Adams joining the Pat McAfee Show when Aaron Rodgers was getting interviewed was absolutely clownish. I want to show you guys this clip of Davante Adams getting asked some questions by Pat McAfee. Roll the film.
A lot of people immediately placed you with the Jets because of your relationship with Aaron and the offense and understanding it. For you, is there, first of all, how's the hamstring? And then second of all, is there any newness to the offense that they're running right now, or are you going to be able to kind of pick up pretty seamlessly with Aaron?
Well, first off, thank you for asking about the injury, and I'm feeling great, man. Feeling great. Getting, I was working with the staff over in Vegas the whole time, and they got me back right. So, fortunately, I'll be able to roll. And I'm sure there's a few new, little nuances, but for the most part, a lot of the same verbiage. Still the same OG right here, so should be able to pick up where we left off. That's the idea.
That old man up front, he is starved for attention. He would talk the cashier's head off.
There's an interesting story behind this, nickel. In 1957, I remember it was, I got up in the morning and made myself a piece of toast.
That was absolute clown behavior by Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams. I say that for Aaron Rodgers because he is trying to make the attention all about himself. It's pretty clear Aaron Rodgers is addicted to the spotlight. Same thing for Davante Adams. For Davante Adams to just appear on the Pat McAfee Show moments after the trade happened, it's absolutely clownish. It's one thing to request a trade on your former team, but it's a whole nother thing to basically rub your nose in it when you get what you want. Obviously, Davante Adams quit on the Raiders. I know he says he has a hamstring injury, but all of a sudden that hamstring injury magically healed up the moment he got traded to the New York Jets. Davante Adams is now saying he can play Sunday Night Football for the New York Jets, which is absolutely just wild to me because he's been hurt all those weeks and now all of a sudden he now became healthy. Make that make sense. The New York Jets are playing in a loaded conference. I don't believe their organization is good enough to make a playoff run even with the acquisition of Davante Adams. Do I believe Davante Adams can put up numbers for the Jets? Absolutely. But in terms of wins and losses, I don't see this Jets team winning more than 7 games at most. I think the Jets are going to win somewhere between 4 to 7 games. This is not a playoff team whatsoever. This is a team more interested in making the headlines more so than winning football games. That's the reality of the situation for the Jets. As for how the Davante Adams trade works out for both of those teams, I believe the Raiders didn't really win this trade, but at least they get to clear out money for Davante Adams. They don't have to pay him a cent anymore in the deal, and they get a 3rd round pick, which I guess is not the worst thing in the world. Although, to be completely honest, getting a 3rd round pick for Davante Adams seems pretty underwhelming on paper. And if you're the New York Jets, getting Davante Adams is not necessarily going to help out your football team because now it's going to cut down the amount of targets Garrett Wilson will be getting again, and now they might be putting a guy like Mike Williams on the trading block. So we'll see what happens for the Jets. I'm not overly optimistic with the Davante Adams trade. I still believe the Jets are a dysfunctional organization, which means they will end up missing out on the NFL playoffs. So that is why Davante Adams will not help the Jets become major contenders in the AFC, as they are still a poorly run organization. Remember, go ahead and subscribe to Sports Guy Talking, like the video, and please comment down below. If you guys do that, I may shout you guys out in my Instagram story every Monday. That will be for the @DustinNashTran Instagram account. Make sure to follow me on Instagram @DustinNashTran and that's Sports Guy Talking. Also, go follow me on Twitter @DustinNashTran. Again, go ahead and do those things that I just told you guys to go do. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the content that was just produced. Peace out. I hope you enjoyed that video. Want more Sports Guy Talking, the home of great sports content? Make sure you click that subscribe button to get the latest from Sports Guy Talking. Go ahead and like the video, comment down below, check the description box on the video in order to follow my Instagram and Twitter. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from the YouTube channel Sports Guy Talking.